Let's start observing our first customer, Robert. Robert uses Antisoft antivirus currently.
I currently use, I think it's called Emisoft, and I've had AVG in the past, but the computer guy that I've used recently said Emisoft is, and I'll verify before the test is over hopefully, one of the leading ones that are out there. I know that Norton antivirus comes with computers a lot, so I've always had antivirus software on my computers. I think it's just a smart thing to do, and obviously I went from being Norton to looking out for other ones as well when I learned a bit more about it, and I think as other companies came about.
Let Robert download McAfee Live Safe trial version now.
Global cyber attack, so I have, where is the free version? Find your best. I'm sorry, I gotta pause and go back to the previous one. All right, so it says to go to the free trial version, so I need to come here and look and see. Free trial, so in the upper right hand corner there's a button that says free trial. So I can see that, so I can click on that. I go to the process now, share your digital life and all your devices, start a free trial. Try McAfee Live Safe free for 30 days, no credit card required. I think that's good. If I had to install a credit card to download a free copy, I would stop this test now. But I also, in the real world, I wouldn't do it either. Because the problem is, a lot of people will do these subscription things and nothing's happening, but if you don't cancel by a certain date, will automatically charge your card. I really don't like that process, so this is obviously much better. I'm gonna hit start the free trial. I like the big red button there, so it's really easy to do. I'm not sure why it's not loading here. We try it again, start free trial. There it goes. So it comes up in the bottom of the screen, so I'll click on the .exe file at the bottom of my screen. I do want to allow the app to make changes to my device. Okay, so the process is going on. So I say get updates, agree, and install. Perfect. Checking, so now you're going through the downloading process. So far it's been really easy and very straightforward. What's happening here? It's like it somewhat disappeared. Maybe because, let me see where I am here. Okay, so I see so it is downloading. It kind of disappeared for a second. I'm not sure what happened. So as you see here now, I'm at 24% or 29%. It is downloading. Oh yeah, this window will be minimized in just a sec. Don't worry, you can always find it in the taskbar. So that's what it was. So it did minimize it automatically for me, and I'm not sure that I like that. Maybe I have the option to minimize it myself, but when it disappeared, I thought that maybe something failed. So I don't know, much rather have it up. It's pretty fast, so I would rather just have it up and maybe give me the chance to minimize it, but don't automatically minimize it for me because I think it's somewhat confusing. Because you saw you heard as I was going through it, like where did it go, and I didn't know what was going on. So I would not minimize it for me. Okay. So I'm at 68% now, and I like how it is kind of showing the percentage, and it's increasing throughout. I like how I have those dots to kind of show movement, so to think something is truly happening. And even the bar itself is almost like a candy cane, so that kind of shows you that things really are continuing on. I'm going to go ahead and pause you now, so you don't have to go ahead and listen to this. I'm at 80%. I'll be back in just a second. Now it's going through the process. We're making sure your download is working, so I think it's good communication throughout.
Hey Robert, how do you feel about the download and installation process of McAfee Live Safe trial version?
The installation process, I think, was very easy. It kind of guided me along the way. And there was nothing that was confusing at all to me, so I really am happy about that. And once again, I'm happy that I can try it for 30 days for free and no credit cards required. That's really a big thing for trying it out. It ends up being and I like it. just make it easier for me then to go ahead and make the purchase.
Hey Robert, would you like to suggest any changes to the way McAfee has designed its download and installation process?
As I mentioned earlier, I didn't like when it automatically minimized the window. I felt that I got confused because I thought, well, what happened? Did it stop for some reason? Did I lose my internet connection? And so maybe give me the chance to minimize it if I decide that I want to do that. But I wouldn't automatically minimize it for me because I feel like it's just confusing and makes people not know like what's happening. I was thinking maybe I'd be saying is when I needed to download, I don't know if there's value in telling people that to double click on the exe file that's at the bottom of the screen, if a lot of people know that. I think a lot of times when it was a little bit more difficult to download software and had kind of give instructions like, click on run and yes. This is just you want to allow changes, which is probably a Microsoft change in its operating system, so that's just a lot easier. But really the only thing that I would say is just don't minimize the window as you have it. Everything else seems very, very easy. Now the only other thing is when the installation is complete, I don't know if it should kind of bring up like a dashboard or something, or tell me maybe show me something that is that's happening, right? So all of a sudden I'm just back to the start a free trial window, but I feel like it should, once the download is complete, it should be more of a dramatic, just saying is, now this is all done, let's look at the dashboard, kind of, help me understand what I'm looking at here on my free trial. It kind of just dropped me dead, it feels like. Let me go back to look at my screens here. Okay, so it looks like you guys you are installing the software. Huh. You're almost there, we're installing the software. So now I have a couple of things that were up. Okay, so once again, this screen went down, so I didn't know what was going on. If you're still installing the McAfee Live Safe, just make sure that window is up and give me a chance to minimize it, because I just feel like I'm like, well, what happened here? I'm not sure what's really going on. That's really the main changes I think that I would make, is just so I can see what's really going on, okay? And so I don't feel like I'm on a process that got just changed and I'm confused by it. So let me go ahead to the next step here. Please explore the product you installed and tell us what you think the product is doing for you. Go ahead and pause while this installs. I'll be back whenever it's done. Thanks. All right, so now it has upload. So what it did take me to the next screen. So like I said, once again, it got to the point where, if you guys mind minimizing things down, it was a little confusing, but by having them up, it lets me know what's going on. I came to the screen now where I need to enter in my email address. And then I'll activate now. Okay. And let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to explore this. All right. So it's kind of going through and kind of circling the account. Getting your account info to keep you. All right. Checking for latest updates to protect you from the newest viruses and online threats. It's kind of nice to see that. And it's going to go through the firewall. So they have a firewall to stop hackers from stealing your personal information. It's interesting because on the account there's a red X there, so I'm not really sure what that means. Maybe because I don't have it's not a paid account yet, so maybe it's trying to make me nervous so that I will something to take care of before we're done. I need to register now. What's that? So I need to register. Let me see here. Maybe I'll skip it for now. I'm going to go click on that again. It looks like it's... Okay. So I click on something to take care of. So I say register now, and I click on it and nothing happens. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to skip for now. Check your device for security. Okay. See if this device is fully protected, or if there are issues with the crypto. If there's a problem, you'll find details in the Action Center. Perfect. Protect your digital life, realize the full potential. Okay, so kind of walking me through and explains that. Learn more, get tips, notices, perfect. Take a shortcut, use these quick access for most popular features. Okay, true key, remove cookies and trackers, all right. And explore your security, discover how each area of security protects you, and then I'm done, okay? So this is really what I was expecting to get to, is really this screen. So that's kind of going along like I expect it to be. Apps and web connections and background process, protecting 179 of those now. So PC security, all those things are on. So I can run a scan, keep your PC safe and up to date, keep your PC protected with packages running smoothly, get updates for that, and then also see how it's working. So I have all of these different things that are on and it's working. I have my identity, anti-spam, McAfee Web Advisor. My privacy, I have parental controls is off. If I want to remove cookies and trackers from my PC, I would just click on that remove. And then on my account, it expires on 6/16. Perfect. And I can always buy it. So it does become a pretty easy buy process, which is great, as I was kind of saying a little bit earlier. So I think that is a very well laid out site here, guys, so thanks. Once again, the account I can quickly and easily buy on that time. Let me go back to okay, call us your cyber body card. We've got your back in real time. Got it. Application updates. I think it's very well laid out. It kind of explains what each of those buttons are along the way. So I think it's actually really good. Really very well done, guys. Like I said, hopefully the only thing I guess to say is the minimization of the screens was the only problems that I've really had. But overall, I think it's great. Thanks a lot, guys.
Let's start observing our second user, Wise. Before we begin, let's ask Wise which security software he currently uses.
Okay, so right now I have Avast antivirus, the free version. I also had a brief, maybe like 4 or 5 month subscription to AVG when I bought this laptop. So I had more or less 2 security softwares running concurrently, which I know isn't optimal, but I had disabled Avast until AVG ran out, and then it asked me to pay, and then I switched back to Avast. I've been using Avast on all my machines, at least desktops and laptops, for years. I mean, 3-4 years at the least that I can remember. It's kind of my go-to software when it comes to security.
Let's ask Wise how he got the security software he currently uses.
I mean, like, there was a time where I was searching the internet, like, for what was like a baseline security product, something that's just going to protect from most things out there. I've had bad experiences with way back in the day with Norton antivirus, like consuming a lot of resources on a computer and slowing it down. Kind of in transitioning from those base level programs to something a little bit more clean and crisp that runs in the background. I either somebody told me about Avast or I kind of came upon it through a bunch of blogs that I read that talk about different products. The install is very easy. It just takes a matter of downloading the program and putting it on, and it runs quietly in the background. So I've installed it on many devices without issue. I've used it on many devices. I've registered my account with it. I've never upgraded it to the higher level account, but I've definitely had a lot of positive feedback. I've seen it catch and trigger on a lot of things, so I know that it's working. I know that it's operating successfully and stopping certain threats from coming on my computer.
Let Wise download McAfee Live Safe trial version.
McAfee.com. On the website, you're going to find the free trial option. Okay, so I'm looking for free trial option. And still looking here, free trial option. Kind of still going down the site looking for the free trial option. Let's just view, it says, let's look at view all products here and looking for something that's going to give me a free trial option. Okay, let's do free trial for free. Okay, so here's the start free trial. Okay, perfect. We're going to go ahead and download this to the computer and install it. Okay, so let's install this then. Okay, so, all right, perfect. I got my microphone back. So basically the microphone cut out during some of the installation process. It looks like, at least during this step, the functionality of the microphone is returned, so we're good. What I'm going to do here, just because this is taking a little longer than anticipated, is I'm going to pause the test until the installation is nearly finished, and I'll jump back in. Okay, so just kind of bringing up things that are happening as the install is going. I had a pop-up come here. It says another program on your computer added an extension that may change the way Chrome works. It's asking if I want to enable the extension or remove the extension. So for the time being, I'm just going to leave this here and continue pausing the report. We're getting closer. It's been a couple minutes since I paused the last time. Again, I'm just going to pause until this install bar gets about 90% of the way down. Okay, so about 95% of the way done with the installation. Installation really did take quite a long time. I mean, or at least in pause, maybe 5 to 7 minutes of just waiting for this bar to advance. Probably one of the longer installations that I've participated in with an antivirus. So, it's something that certainly took longer than other platforms that I've used before, and it's still going. So that's pretty incredible that it's still taking all this time to install. I'm going to go ahead and jump to the next task while this is going on.
Let's ask Wise how did he feel about the download and installation process of McAfee Live Safe Trial version.
So yeah, I mean the downloading process versus the installation process. The download process, which was embedded in the installation process, was pretty quick. I mean, and it showed me the progress percent is the downloading from the site. I think that well, let me say the download from the internet to my computer download folder, the executable file, that was quick. That was easy. It took me a little bit to find that file from within the website. It wasn't clear where the free trial was initially, but I was able to find it there. So the download process was fairly quick. It says, how did you feel about the software installation process? I mean, and let it kind of indicate how I feel. The process is still going. Like this is now, had I not paused the test, if I just let the installation process run as it's running now, it's extraordinarily slow. Like this is very slow for a free antivirus. This is taking too long. I normally wouldn't really have the patience to sit and wait for the installation to finish. This bar has now gone around the horn one time. It's reset to the beginning, and now it's inching up the screen there. And it hasn't finished yet. So I think that the installation process is taking much too long for what is a free software. And I'm sure once this finishes, it'll install to the PC with no problem. But right now, my issue with the install is that it's very long. And for the nature of this test, it would have taken well over the 20-minute allotment if I just let the install run in real time with the test. It's not clear to me if this is normal for McAfee installation, if it normally takes this long, or if this is something unique. But either way, the installation is taking too long. Are there any changes you'd like to suggest to the way McAfee has designed its download and installation process? I mean, the download process is fine. Click on the link on the website. I get an exe file delivered to my computer. I open that file and it initiates the installation. The installation was kind of in two parts. The first part was the downloading of appropriate files from the internet. The second part is the part that I'm on right now, which is the actual installation of the program. I think that the installation needs to be faster. I mean, I've installed plenty of security software on computers, and this one by far is one of the longest I've ever seen for going from start to finish, especially for the free trial version. So if nothing else, if it's going to be this long, then add an appropriate progress monitoring tool so that I'm not, I thought this bar the first time around was the only thing. Apparently it's not. So certainly add some kind of like numbers, like we're 30% completed, and there's 25 minutes remaining, something like that, because at least in that way I know that I can walk away from it and come back when it's finished. Now go ahead and explore the trial version of the product you installed on your PC and tell us what you think the product is doing for you. Okay, so I'm going to pause here and wait for this installation to finish fully. So the installation's finished. Trial that you now. Okay, and so there I'm in. So what's it doing for me? So I can see right here, it's an account. It's going to download regular updates from the website, provide some level of firewall, and a virus scan. For the nature of this, I'm just going to kind of come in and see what all those steps are. So right here I can see some level of firewall, so protection on my PC. I can see a level of identity protection from spam, protection is something here called Web Advisor and protection from identity theft. Here now this is privacy, so removing cookies and trackers from my PC. And then I'm sure there's something here that's like the standard run-of-the-mill virus protection, so real-time scanning against threats. So overall, I think that a lot of features here that's